hope you're having a good weekend. So I just wanted to make a simple video, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys where it all started as far as ShortStackGarage. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys kind of where it all started. So right now I'm at my house, right? So this is where it all started here. It all kind of started in that garage right there. Well, actually that is where it all started. So I just started, I've done a lot of engine builds before, right? But this is where I did a lot of my main engine builds, like the 454, some 350s. I've done some 351s. I did that Mustang here, and I started just doing little jobs here and there. In this little garage, it didn't even have a door on it yet. I used to put a tarp over here and heat it up in the wintertime. There was one time for a few months where I didn't have nothing up, and it was cold here in Idaho in the wintertime, and I just had a little tiny heater. Put this little, let me show you guys, this little overhead heater. It's a mess in here because I've been just coming and going in and out of here grabbing stuff, but I put this little heater up here, and this is where I'd put the engines, kind of where the truck is, and just sit there for hours building engines and engines and engines. And that's where I'd put all the parts. You can see some pistons and stuff up there. But so yeah, this was open a lot of the time for one winter. And I said, you know what? I work at a garage door place. Why do I not have a garage door on here? So I found one in the dumpster and put it together, and that's why it's kind of multicolored. I do have a nice garage door that's worth a lot of money. That's just sitting out here, which is gonna replace this one. So yeah, this is where it all started. And who knows, I might just, you know, this whole shop thing in my previous videos, the one with the Chevy, I explained, you know, that they might get rid of that property and develop it. So if they do end up getting rid of it, I might just come back here and just, you know, park cars in here. As you know, I won't flood it with cars because I don't like that. I don't like when you're coming up from the road and you just see a bunch of cars. Yeah, I wish I had a bunch of property where I could put a bunch of cars and just bring one or two in at a time and just work on them. But I don't have a lift. Can't ever get a lift here. So that's the con about coming back here if I have to. Or I just go strictly mobile. I don't know. I got options, and at least I do have options. It's just another bump in the road. I'll get over it. I will figure out what to do next. You know, the best case scenario is like they say, hey, look, you continue to rent here. We don't know what we're gonna do, and we're gonna keep the shop. And then I'll say, well, you know, maybe we can make the lease for at least a year, a couple, you know, because the whole thing is I've only been there 4 or 5 months. Well, no, 4 months, and I just got everything moved over there, and like everything, and I've been buying big equipment and stuff because I thought that was going to be a permanent place. So what do I do with all the big equipment? My garage was already full in this little garage, and I didn't have nothing. I had an air compressor, I had a parts cleaner, and I had the grinder and stuff like that all on one bench, and my engine hoist and engine stand. That's about it. Drill press and stuff like that, but that's about it. That's all I could fit in here, and there's no way the stuff I have in the shop now, I would fill this whole shop garage up from just parts and machines if I were to bring it all back here. So I don't know, you know. Good thing the people that own this house, they're good friends of mine. They're really good people. Like if I'm telling you, they're good people. I consider them my friends now, and they have been an extremely big help through this whole process. They came over to my shop and helped with the plumbing. His name's Jeremy, and he helped with the plumbing, the electrical. Him and his wife, they're just very good people, and you know, and it's good to have people like that, you know. So This is their place, and they're like, hey, look, if you need to come back here and work to save up money to buy a place, we don't care. Just, do what's right, don't obviously have 30 cars in the driveway and it look like a, wrecking yard. We'll have to narrow that down. But my thing is, with a big shop, there's more overhead, so I gotta have way more vehicles. Back here, I don't have a lot of overhead. It's just back to one place I gotta rent, and I don't have to have 13 cars there, to afford everything. So I don't know. There's just a lot. And if any of you are out there that have been through this and have had any advice, please let me know, because I'm always open to thoughts. Even like, hey, why don't you do this? Let me know. I'm always open to all that stuff. So pretty much, like I said, good thing I have an option. Multiple, not just one. I got 2 options, either mobile or come back here. I don't have enough to buy a big shop yet or buy a big property yet. I hope here soon my business kind of excels, and so far I have a good name for myself because I do good, honest work, and I'm affordable, and I'm for the people and helping them out. I'm not like, oh, breaks, yeah, let's charge thousands, because the quick, easy, and yeah. So I'm not about that. I'm about, hey, let's help you out. That company over there, yeah, you're gonna have to take out a personal loan to do that. Here, you just reach into your old piggy bank and take what you need. And I help people out, and different situations always come into play. I try to help people get on their feet, can't afford it. Well, hey, you get the parts, or you pay for the parts. You come in and help, and we'll work out the payment later. Or you know what I mean? Like, I'm all down for that. I got one guy that his engine is out, and he's like, hey man, I don't have a lot, I just need my truck. It's it's pretty much all me and my family have right now. They're getting on their great guy, great family. They got big things ahead of them, and he's chugging along, and he's like, hey, I'll give you my engine and I'll come in and help you. Can you do something with it? Absolutely. Yeah. It might be a little bit slower than normal because I got all these other things ahead of me, but yeah, come in when you got time off work, or can get time, and let's thrash and pull this engine out and get a new one in. So like stuff like that is what separates me from the other people. People are like, do you have your certs? Do you have this and that? The whole certificate thing is great, cool. If you have it, that's awesome. To me, I don't think, and if I end up getting it, and I might, good for me, but I don't really think that separates me or titles me as a good mechanic or not. I mean, I'm self-taught. I learn every day. And if I don't know something, I'll figure it out. I think I have a real gift when it comes to mechanics. I've always been intrigued in it, and I've always been able to figure things out, and I think I'm gifted when it comes to mechanics. I can look at something and figure it out and get it fixed, whether it's small to big. The other day I had somebody pull in, man, my Oldsmobile with I forget what engine he had in there. He's like, we spent all this money on this engine and it just never hasn't run right. I took it back to the people that built the engine. They said, we're not over the fender mechanics. Pull the engine out, then we'll work on it. Which kind of irritated me after I seen or was told how much he spent on that engine. And it was just studs, rocker arm studs. Why can't you do that over the fender? I don't know. Anyways, he's just, losing sleep over this, and it's him and his wife's car that he's had since he was 17. And he just wants it to run right, so they could just drive it and enjoy it. They can't, because it doesn't run good. It's always breaking down. So I said, hey, bring it on in. This was yesterday. I'm out doing a mobile call. I'll be back at the shop 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Be there. Okay. He comes in, and I'm like, yeah, I could hear it before I even popped in the hood. You got to miss. Not only, it's not an intermittent one. It's like, did miss. It's now. It's nothing there. So I'm like, let's do a compression test. We're only able to do a few because his ignition switch is a little messed up. So anyways, I'm like, hey, let's just check the one that we think knows the problem. Well, we do it. Nothing. Doesn't even register. Not even a half a pound. Like, that's weird. New engine. And mind you, this guy, he doesn't have any mechanical background, but he does try. And I like that when people do work on their own vehicles and try. Not everybody gets it right, and that's fine. So nothing on him at all. He definitely tried and wanted to fix it. Well, if those people that built the engine just would have helped him out, this could have been all avoided. See, this is where the problem is. And that's where I feel like I need to step in and help. When he put the studs back on, he did the whole valve lash and all this stuff, thought he did it properly, and he probably did, but they were just a little too tight on number 8. And that was too much pressure on the valve, creating it to stay open in some sense, stay open, so he's losing compression every time. So I just backed it off and reset the lash on everything, had it running. It was kind of a messy way. I like letting them run, and then I just listened to it and then adjusted from there. So we did that, put the compression tester back on there, boom, 185 PSI compression. And I was within, every single one was 185, 183, 186, you know what I mean? So they were all within spec. After that, fired up, whole different car. And, we drove it around. He's like, dude, this has never sounded like this. It's never ran like this. It needs a little bit of tuning here and there, for sure. But for the most part, he sent me a text, very heartfelt, saying like, he had a moment there where he just felt relieved, and just was like, yes, I got my car back. So, moral of the story is, I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, I just love helping people out, and it was good, heartfelt, and I needed that on a Friday because I've been dealing with a lot lately. So anyways, sorry for talking your guys' heads off. Just a few points and stories I wanted to let you guys know, and kind of where it all started in this small shop, and I might be coming back to my roots. It'd be pretty cool, actually. There's nothing cooler than, on a winter day, coming out here, turning everything on, getting warmed up, go back inside, start the coffee maker, make your way back out, open the garage door, and you just got a fresh 454 big block with a 4-barrel carb on it. And you're like, yeah, today we're getting this thing in the truck and running. There's no better feeling. You walk in, it's crisp air, you got the coffee. Oh man, that's awesome. It's cool. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for talking your heads off. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll talk to you later.